You believe you are a free thinker. You believe your convictions are forged in the crucible of reason and experience. But consider your day. You wake, and before your own thoughts can cohere, you reach for a screen, a scroll, a feed. You consume the righteous anger packaged for you, the aspirations curated for you, the controversies designed to occupy you. Your opinions on economics, politics, and culture are delivered to you in convenient, bite-sized portions. The outrage of the hour becomes your outrage. The celebrated hero of the minute becomes your hero. The designated villain, your villain. You are a willing participant in a grand puppet show, mistaking the flickering shadows on the wall for the world itself. You are comfortable in your chains, because all the other prisoners are wearing them too. They call this consensus. They call it being informed. It is a shared hallucination. This is not life. This is the cave, and you are its most dedicated inhabitant. The philosopher Plato did not write a quaint allegory. He wrote a diagnosis. He drew a map of your prison. The allegory of the cave is not a story from the ancient world. It is a fundamental law of perception, as unyielding as gravity. The prisoners, chained since birth, can only face a wall. Behind them, a fire burns. Between the fire and the prisoners, there is a walkway where puppeteers hold up objects. The fire casts the shadows of these objects onto the wall. For the prisoners, these shadows are not representations of reality. They are reality itself. They know nothing else. They argue about the shapes. They praise those who are quickest to identify a passing shadow. They build their entire society and system of values on these fleeting, two-dimensional phantoms. Now, remove the ancient filter. The prisoners are the masses. You, the wall, is your screen. The fire is the engine of mass media and information distribution. And the puppeteers, they are the architects of narrative. Those who understand that to control the shadow is to control the prisoner. They do not need force. They do not need overt tyranny. They need only to hold up the right objects in the right sequence to orchestrate your emotions, your desires, and your beliefs. Your consent is manufactured, and you give it freely. The chains that hold you are not made of iron. They are forged from something far stronger. Your need for approval, your terror of social isolation, your desperate craving for the comfort of consensus. To question the shadows is to invite ridicule, to suggest there might be something more, something real beyond the wall, is to be branded a heretic, a fool. The other prisoners, your friends, your family, your colleagues, will look at you not with curiosity, but with fear and hostility. You are disrupting the show. You are threatening the only reality they know. The most effective prison is the one its inhabitants defend. They will fight to protect their chains, because the chains are familiar. The darkness is comfortable. The thought of turning round, of facing the blinding light of truth, is more terrifying than a lifetime of bondage. The first act of rebellion is not to fight the guards. It is to accept the profound loneliness that comes with turning your head. So, how does one begin the ascent? How do you break the chains of your own making and turn to face the light? It is not a single event, but a sustained, disciplined process, a framework for the reconstruction of your own mind. First, you must practice inversion. Assume that any narrative pushed with aggression and unanimity is, at best, a distortion, at worst, a lie. The more emotional the appeal, the more you should question it. Emotion is the tool used to bypass reason. Do not banish emotion, but subordinate it. Let it be the passenger, not the pilot. Second, you must seek primary sources. The world is full of commentators, critics, and exploiters. They are the interpreters of the shadows. Ignore them. Go to the source. Read the scientific paper, not the press release about it. Read the historical document, not the opinion piece about it. Analyze the raw data, not the headline that summarizes it. This is arduous. It is slow. It is the work of a sovereign mind. The masses consume conclusions. You must deconstruct the premises. Third, you must endure the pain of cognitive recalibration. When you turn from the wall and face the fire, the light is blinding. It hurts. New, complex truths will wage war against your simple, comfortable falsehoods. Your most cherished beliefs will be revealed as hollow. This is the price of sight. You must allow your old worldview to be shattered. You cannot ascend with the baggage of the cave. You must be willing to be wrong. You must be willing to stand alone. When the escaped prisoner adjusts to the light, he sees the world for the first time. He sees the sun, the source of all light and life. He understands the fire, the puppets, and the shadows for what they are, a crude imitation of a magnificent reality. Filled with this revelation, he may choose to return to the cave. He wishes to free his fellow prisoners. He attempts to explain the sun to men who have only known shadows. He describes color to the blind. He speaks of a third dimension to those who have only known two, and they will hate him for it. His words will be meaningless. His eyes, unaccustomed to the darkness, will no longer be skilled at the shadow games. The other prisoners will see him as clumsy and inept. They will say the journey outside has ruined him, that it has made him insane. They will not see his freedom as a gift, but as a threat. And if he persists, if he tries to unchain them and lead them into the light, they will kill him. This is the final, brutal lesson of the cave. You cannot force another to be free. Sovereignty is a path you must walk alone. The burden of sight is that you will see the chains on others, and you will know you cannot break them. You can only show the way. But do not mistake this for a tragedy. It is a coronation. True power is not ruling over the prisoners in the cave. It is not being the best at guessing the shapes of shadows. True sovereignty is the absolute and unshakable command of your own perception. It is the ability to stand outside the system of control, to see the levers and the machinery, and to navigate reality based on first principles, while others are tossed about by curated currents of opinion. It is a lonely throne. The air is thin. The view is vast. You will see the world as it is, not as you are told it is. You will be an emperor of your own mind, a kingdom of one, and you will understand that it is better to be a king in reality than a god in an illusion.